All right, welcome back to Getting Sober, again. My name is Jay, and today we want to hear from you. That's right. We want to hear from all of you here in the best community in all of YouTube for No Judgment Sobriety. But first, if you haven't yet, don't forget to show your support for everybody here that's in this community by giving this video a thumbs up. And if you care about your own sobriety journey as much as we do, we have over 600 videos on the topics of sobriety and self-improvement. So make sure that you're subscribed to this channel. All right, let's get started. So today's video is going to be short, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And as we are now in the middle of the month of January, we have so many people that just started their sobriety journey on January 1st. And if that's you, comment down below and say, I just started my sobriety journey on January 1st. And what we want to do with today's video is something that we've never done before. And that is, I want you to share your story. In the last 6 months, we've added over 20,000 new subscribers, but nobody really knows who anybody is. In one of our last videos, we asked the very big question of why so many people are now getting sober. In the video after that, we talked about how 91% of people fail their New Year's resolutions. And unlike other YouTube channels, I really like to put a strong emphasis on community in the comments, to give you a voice, to tell your story, but also too to uplift and inspire other people, just like with what I'm trying to do here with these videos. And I've said it before and I'll say it again, I don't have a book to sell you, I don't have a program to sell you, and unlike other sober content creators out there who charge as much as $8,000 a month to try to help you to get sober and be sober, we do it for absolutely free, and you're always welcome here absolutely free. And you're always welcome here regardless if you're 1 day sober, if you're 1 month sober, or 1 year sober. And for those of you out there that are still just sober curious and not quite sober yet, it doesn't matter to me if you drank last week, last night, or if you have a drink in your hand right now. What matters to me is that you're putting in the work and you're putting in the practice, or at least making more better decisions on a daily basis. Remember, it doesn't matter how many times you fall down, but rather how many times that you get back up. All I ask is that you actually watch our videos and that you take notes and that you leave comments and you work towards finding a better balance in your life. And also too, to keep us updated on your self-improvement journey and be a proactive part of this community. Not just leaving comments for me, but also practicing positivity by responding to our fellow community members in the comment section. And it doesn't have to be on the newest video. Pick any video from our entire library. Why? Because we can all use a little bit more support, a little bit more encouragement, a little bit more wind in our sails to get us to where we need to be. And by doing for others, you also learn more about yourself. You go from being the student to becoming the teacher, from being the consumer of knowledge to being the producer of knowledge, from being in the audience to then taking the stage. Because you only need to be a few steps ahead of somebody else to lead them in the right direction. And in doing so, you also improve the relationship that you have with you to work towards eliminating what no longer serves you. That includes toxic people, toxic places, and toxic things like alcohol and other addictions. And most of the people here in this community are just like you, and it's taken over 5 years to carefully craft this very safe place so that you can feel comfortable actually sharing your story and feel comfortable practicing not only your sobriety, but also to practicing being vulnerable, being open, being honest, not just with yourself, but also too with your friends, your family members, and the people that you care about the most. People here in this amazing community are just like you in that we're all here for some form of self-improvement. We're all honest enough with ourselves to know that we voluntarily let ourselves be distracted and we let ourselves down, and also too we let down the people that care about us the most. And we're willing to become more aware of what it is that we need to do to reverse the damage that we've caused, both mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and financially. In this community, we're willing to take ownership of our own actions and take accountability instead of placing the blame. In staying present instead of focusing on the past and the future, both of which are out of our control. And most importantly, we're all searching for the truth, and in doing so, keeping in mind that the only thing that we're guaranteed in life is that life is gonna change. So now, it's your turn. We wanna hear from you. So take as little or as much time as you'd like to construct a finely crafted comment in the comment section down below. Tell your story. how you got here, why you want to be sober, what ways your life has improved if you are sober, or how you hope that your life will improve if you're not currently sober. But first, I want to give you some pointers on how to leave a successful comment. Number one, know that other people are going to read it, especially me. So please make sure to use proper sentences and paragraph formatting and proper punctuation. Pretty please. Basically, try to avoid leaving a comment that looks like a wall of text. Make sure that you break it up a little bit, okay? Tip number two is to remember to preserve your anonymity. So please don't overshare personal information like your full name or your email address or anything like that, okay? And tip number three is try to limit your response to maybe 4 paragraphs at the most. So what I'm hoping to accomplish with all these comments is that other people who are currently lost out there will find this video eventually, sort of like a message in a bottle. And then they'll be able to read your comments, and maybe they'll relate more to who you are and where you come from, or how old you are, if you're male, if you're female, if you're a mother, a father, or a son or daughter. Maybe you can address questions like, are you dealing with people in your home or family members that still drink? Maybe you could talk about how long ago did you actually think about getting sober in the first place? Or why did you want to get sober? Did anybody in particular inspire you to get sober? Maybe you could talk about your current streak of sobriety, or if you're currently not sober, what your longest streak of sobriety was previously. Maybe you can also talk about what sobriety goals you have in mind coming up. Do you want to do 30 days sober, 6 months sober, a year sober? Another interesting thing to talk about is how much money you were spending on alcohol and also too alcohol related expenses. I know personally I was spending about $800 a month or more on alcohol and alcohol related expenses, because if you think about it, you're also tipping your bartender. That's an alcohol related expense. Maybe you're taking a Lyft or an Uber or a cab. That's an alcohol related expense. Maybe you got your car towed. That's definitely an alcohol related expense, right? So when you add all those things up, like being honest with yourself, being open with yourself, being transparent, being vulnerable, that's what this whole exercise is about. And like really analyzing who you were and how you no longer want to be that person anymore, and just kind of air out the dirty laundry. Just kind of put it out there, set your intentions, and set sail for the new life that you hope to have and that you want to have and that you deserve to have. Maybe you could talk about physical health problems that you have or mental health problems that you'd like to improve with quitting alcohol. Speaking of health, do you maybe want to improve your blood pressure or get off of some or all of your medications? Do you maybe have a lot of people in your family that have cancer or other diseases and you're hoping to decrease your risk of cancer and other diseases? Maybe you could talk about how long ago you started drinking or why you started drinking. Was it just for fun? Was it because somebody died, or maybe you got a divorce or broke up with somebody? Was it during the COVID lockdowns? I know I did a lot of drinking during the COVID lockdown. So hopefully that's plenty of direction for you to get started with crafting your own well thought out comments. So tell the community about you and be proud of your sober streak if you have one, and be positive, be kind, be compassionate, and let's all work towards eventually leaving the world a better place than we found it. And with that, I want to wish you good luck on your self-improvement journey, and I look forward to reading all your comments, and I will see you in the next video.
If you want to see another one of our videos, click here.